so fucking... It's draining, you know what it is? It's draining, because every day I have to fucking come to terms with, like, okay, the US is gonna turn into a fascist dictatorship because liberal institutions are fucking designed to cede ground to fascists wherever they have the opportunity to. Like, seriously, like, I know that, you know, liberal democracy, in theory, is also the best platform currently available to socialist ideas and policymaking, but holy hell does it seem like it's a hell of a lot more of a beneficial platform for fascists and like a fascist policy agenda and shit. Because the fascists, like, fascists will just say, like, yeah, we think the law is more favorable to us, actually. And they'll just do the, like, most brazen shit you could imagine. And then liberals will be like, well, we think that there is a correct way to do this and whatever, but, like, you're not doing good things in the correct way, so we're gonna say that the rules aren't, like, in favor of your point here, or something like that. It's just so stupid. Fascists right now are better at populist rhetoric than the left. No, they're not. The fascism in the United States is incredibly unpopular, including the rhetoric to that effect, because it's entirely about things that aren't happening. You can look at polling data. Most Americans are decently progressive and receptive to the ideas of politicians like Bernie Sanders. The fact of the matter is just that there is a populist right in America. There is no left in America, like, not at the institutional level. The best we get is liberals. Every politician that is left of like fascism is anti-populist to their core. They're institutionalist. They're the opposite of populist. If left populism existed in the United States, the right wing would never win another election. The right would gain no ground, because, like, fascist populism is disingenuous. It's not real populism. It makes promises that it has no intent to keep, and you know, in the face of like left populism, it fails every single time. Because left populists don't need to lie. Fascists do. The issue isn't that fascists are better at populism, it's that fascists are the only ones doing populism in the United States right now. There is no institutional presence of the left in America. There is nobody to do populism on the left, except Bernie Sanders. And he's been killing it for his part. You know? Because, like, at the end of the day, right, here's what I mean by that. Like, or here's like an elaboration on what I mean, and some details to that effect. Liberals are incapable of being populist, at least for the most part. There are some exceptions. Zelensky in Ukraine in 2019 was actually really good at being a populist. When there's still room for liberalism to develop as like a means of fighting corruption and building civil society and whatever, you can get away with being a liberal and a populist. But in the United States, a very well-developed country, liberals can only ever be institutionalists. Not fascism, excuse me. Populism, at its core, is fundamentally about distrust of a status quo and systems surrounding it, right? Fundamentally, every populist movement, at its core, is about sympathizing with people's distrust of current norms and institutions, that they're not doing enough for the people, that there needs to be radical change, and that the system is rigged against the common man, right? That's the narrative. Democrats and liberals in America are incapable of doing that because their entire identity is centered around trusting the system, trusting the process. The system works. This is anti-populist language. And that's why Democrats lose, like, ever. That's the reason that Democrats keep losing, is because they're politically illiterate, and they can't engage with populism. They just can't comprehend it.